Hey friends, it's Haley from the blog Handy Homemade, and I just have you set up in my windowsill. I was not planning on filming today, but I started decorating for Christmas and I thought, you know what, I would really love to show this to you guys, take you through some DIYs that I plan on doing, as well as give you some tips and tricks that I use to save money when decorating for Christmas. I'm a pretty frugal gal. I like to save money, and when it comes to Christmas time, I'm pretty extra. I like to go overboard, but at the same time, Christmas decor costs a lot of money. It can get really expensive, so I thought I would just share some things with you, bring you along throughout my day, and you know, maybe inspire you with some of the decorations that I've used, as well as just, you know, ways to save money. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. I hope you guys are having a lovely Thanksgiving week. I don't know if this will go up during Thanksgiving when you see this, but I'm on Thanksgiving holiday, and so I'm taking the week to kind of deep clean my home and get Christmas up, and I'm just so excited for the holiday season. So I actually think the next video you'll be seeing is our DIY built-ins. I got that recorded and I need to edit it and get it up. And if it is up, I'll link it in the cards up top. So if you want to check that out, you can. And feel free to like and subscribe. I would really love to have you here and have you be a part of this fam. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm so excited to bring you along with me decorating for Christmas, and then I'll probably take you along through a house tour. So the first thing I have to share with you is our tree. I picked this up off of Bed Bath & Beyond, even though you can get it at Amazon. It is the National Tree Company, and it's got these beautiful feel real tips. I think it's absolutely stunning. And then the tree skirt I picked up from Hobby Lobby is actually not big enough. The base on this tree is pretty large. I have another one that I typically use every year, but I wanted a more natural look. But if you see, if I can get down here and show you, it actually won't even connect. So I have it turned in a way that nobody will see it when they're just standing and looking at it from up top. But I plan on pushing the tree itself further in the corner once I get all the lights on it and get it decorated, so that it's not stuck out so far from the wall, because I want you to be able to see it from our window. I have already hung this garland. This is probably the first tip that I have for you, is don't be afraid to DIY things. I made this garland myself. I bought a base garland from Hobby Lobby, and you can kind of see some of the work that I've done to it. But this was the base from Hobby Lobby. I paid, I think, $25 for it. And then I purchased some cedar swags from Joann after season. So I think I got like 65% off of these, and I cut them. And then I just attached them using floral wire. I attached some pine. This come off of a Thrifted garland that I paid less than $5 for. And then the pine cones are from outside that I've had for a few years now. I actually think the smaller ones come attached to the base garland, but the bigger ones, I attached them myself. Eventually I'll probably have to replace some of them, but it's beautiful. It looks very realistic, and I love how full it is. My plan is to hang stockings and possibly even some bells that are going to be part of my DIY video coming soon, but I plan on doing that on this end to kind of balance it out. But I just attached these using command hooks. I put 2 on either side just because I was worried. It is fairly heavy, so that's what it looks like. All right, the lights are on it. I had to get a step stool out to help me reach the top. If you're curious about what lights I used, I picked these up from Home Depot. If I can get it to focus. There we go. These are incandescent lights. They're not as bright as LEDs, but they are very vintage and warm, which is pretty much the theme I'm going for this year. It's just a classic vintage Christmas. And so I put 3 of these. They are 68 feet, 6 inches long, and there's 300 on a strand. I put 3 strands on our 7.5 foot tree. So now we're gonna get started with ornaments. Like I said, I'm doing a vintage kind of theme. So I picked these up from Hobby Lobby, these really pretty mercury glass. They're actually shatterproof, so they're not truly glass, but they look like mercury glass ornaments. And I put ribbon on them. That is another tip if you're wanting a more custom, cozy feel to your tree. I suggest ribbon. This is a silk-like ribbon that I picked up from Hobby Lobby in the shade Antique White. And I used the smaller version for some of these and then the larger version for the bigger balls. So another tip that I have for you to save money is to thrift. Like I picked these up thrifting. I did not pay $4.99. How much did I pay? $1.99 for these, and they're absolutely beautiful with the ribbon that I put on them. This is a swag that I thrifted for $5 that I'm going to dress up, take the red berries out, and place on our mailbox. Excuse the mess. It always looks like this when decorating for Christmas, but this is a wreath that I also thrifted, and it was just this really dark pine with nothing else on it. I wanted a large wreath to go outside of our carport. When we were at Joann Fabric Store, I picked up these picks, and let's see, they were $12.99 a piece, but they were 65% off, so I didn't pay much for them. And these little berry stems, and just like the garland, I cut them out and I attached them with floral wire, and we're going to put a bow on it and then hang it up outside of our carport. And I think all in all, maybe $30 or less for this entire wreath. And it's very large. This is a standard door wreath that's going on the front door, and you can kind of tell the difference between the two. I picked up this trumpet from a yard sale. I think I paid around $1 for it. I will link the garland and everything down below as well. I got those on sale for about $20. Another really great way to save money is by just switching out your prints. These winter prints I picked up off of Etsy for around $4, and I printed them out at Walgreens. Then I have this beautiful cookie cutter garland that I DIY'd with just some cookie cutters that I thrifted. I'll try to find some similar on Amazon and link below. And I just tied them up with some of that silk ribbon that I used for the ornaments. And I thrifted the book, the candle holder, the cutting board, and the vintage tin, Christmas tin. 100% of my shelving is completely thrifted. So thrifting is my #1 way to save money.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight. Glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Oh, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm,